the second city of Chicago. Head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. And in the snow, we're underway here at Soldier Field. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the quarterback out of North Carolina. Greg, it is Sam Howell.
I don't think there's any way around it, Mike. I mean, this has been a disastrous start for this season. I know their expectations were clearly higher than how things have played out. At this point in the season, you just need to get a win. However it comes, whatever it looks like, you've got to change the energy in that building because the only way to learn how to win in the NFL...
right at the outset, he lost the football. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball.
And that's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball, they knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
And he's coming off a game where he was pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest, and he had a couple nice throws mixed in, a couple decent drives here and there, but the inability to find the end zone, of course, he had the one interception, so a lot to clean up, a lot to improve. Not just him, but frankly, the entire offense.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Williams to throw on second down. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. The veteran, Danico Autry. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Third and long. Here's Williams. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down. On now for fourth down, Trenton Gill will punt it away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Browns offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's first and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They'll run once more with 4. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. Now it's Howell. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
And the Browns, first down. A gain of 13 yards.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, You can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the handoff, Ford. Still churning, but he lost the football. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball.
Yeah, it's going to be unfortunate for this guy, Mike. I mean, that was incredible effort to continue to fight and break all those tackles, but it doesn't matter if you don't protect the ball. Sometimes it's just easier to say, hey, great effort, go down, live to play another snap. In this case, he just kept the play alive a little too long. The defense kept pursuing him, and next thing you know, they pop it out, and it goes the other way.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On the ground, this is Ford, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Second down, zone read, and he keeps it. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
That's a 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Oh-oh. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10 up at the 42. Here's Moore now. He gets it on the jet sweep. And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams will get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd down. 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. 3rd down and 3 as we are ready to get back underway. 3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
The Browns offense and Jerome Ford getting set to take over once more. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Ford. And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on him. Taken down after a gain of 4. A give to Ford on the zone read. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Howell. Looking deep here for Tillman. And that is incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Torrey Taylor now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. This unit hasn't been at their best early on. Punt followed by an interception on their first 2 drives. And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on him. Taken down after a gain of 4. Now they'll try to run the jet sweep. He's got it. That's a 1st down at the cross midfield and down to the 47-yard line. They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
To throw is Williams. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
The Browns offense and Jerome Ford getting set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught. Down the field is Tillman. And he's taken down up past the 35. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Browns.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short game.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences, they know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of games.
He'll run with 4. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play. They'll throw with Howell. Left side, he's got Njoku. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A run straight ahead. That's Ford. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Little quick pass to the receiver heading left. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Throwing is Howell. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball. I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Lots of space past the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and long. Now Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. This one not quite on target. Let him too much. That one falls incomplete. Back to throw. Howell. He'll step up and run. And a nice run. He'll be close to the 1st down, protecting himself, sliding at the end. On 3rd down, here's Ford. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Cleveland. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Again, it's Ford. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Now a shot here, deep middle. will be incomplete. They took their shot downfield. Now, let's check on the flag. Here's Ford. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Chris Jenkins there on the tackle. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. To throw is Howell. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. That's on the 4th overall pick, Will Campbell. Now, faking the give. Taking off, he'll try to get there. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where I promise you the weather is much nicer than what we've been watching. But who doesn't love a snow globe game? And the meteorologists tell us we're in for more of it in the second half. So time now to get back out and join our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Snow continuing to fall as we get set for the second half. Velus Jones now on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
A fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and Sam Howell heading back onto the field. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. And trying to get any kind of burst in these conditions, the only burst is from the clouds. Slowed up, just a gain of a couple. Now, here comes the screen for Ford. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way. 3rd down and 9. He'll drop to throw. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. The Browns getting their punting team out there, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. On the return is Jones. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Bears offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He gets free. And he will go all the way. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Bears. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. That is some kind of run. Everything you love about a running back. Using some of the power as well, Greg, to find his way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And as so often is the case, Mike, in the NFL, you just can't block every defender. Well, for this back, it doesn't matter. You said it. His power is what allowed him to break those tackles and find himself in the end zone.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears move out to a 7-3 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This returnable with Reed. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll open this drive on the ground with 4. And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on him. Taken down after a gain of 4.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run once more with 4. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Off throw, right side, taken by Njoku. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Contact up front. Can they get one of the defenders to jump? So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Up the middle, here's 4. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the ground, this is 4. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. On the ground, it's Davis. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down. Now a handoff to 4. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Patrick Queen getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, There was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force fourth down.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Bears offense running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll push forward like a little snow plow. Gain a yard as the snow intensifies. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
The 24-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. The Bears sending out their punt team, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on him. Taken down after a gain of 4. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, 4. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. 4th quarter begins on the ground. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. Will give him about 5 yards. He'll go again with Davis. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll give it, and it's 4. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Now this time, they'll look to throw.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
The pressure gets there again and again. He goes down. Chris Jenkins Jr. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. The Bears offense running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And he will take this one in. 81 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears extend their advantage to 14-3. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and Jerome Ford getting set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Now it's Howell. And that is incomplete. Jerome Ford was the intended receiver there. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Here's Howell. Now thrown deep for Bell. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. But they will turn it over on down. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Here's Jacobs. A short kick down to the 7. 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Jacobs. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. Third and goal. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Williams going to keep it on the zone read.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
The offense staying put. 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll open this drive on the ground with 4. It'll grind out a couple of yards. Gives them a little bit of space out to the 3.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
That's good for a Browns 1st down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. We'll get that out wide to 4. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now, 2nd and 4. 4. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
gain of 4 yards. And the Browns 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. He takes off, showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8. Here comes 2nd down. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Howell. He's got his man complete. That's to Slaw. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
They'll look to throw. Out to his right, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
a loss of 3 yards. It's 3rd down.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down. They'll throw with Howell. That's caught by Teslaw. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Browns 1st
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Howe. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion. What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? They'll throw out of the gun. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts. So just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Down to a knee goes Williams. And that should wrap this baby up. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They get it done. An old school, hard-fought game. One in the trenches in the driving snow. Not a lot of points, not a lot of big plays, but they did just enough to get out of here with a victory.